you ready to talk to the creators,
Can
the
we?
producers?
Can we?
Netflix, can we
Are we bringing
can
them
we
in?
talk to them?
Can we please?
Kind of get some insight? Justin, Aaron, and Devon. Oh, hi!
Hey!
Oh, okay, we're too
Hey.
excited. First of all, thank you guys for being here and chatting with us.
Of course. Thank you for
pleasure.
having us.
Yes, I want to hello. I want to start off by saying last week we watched the first episode of season 4, and when I tell you the entire stream from start to finish was begging for for the Dragon Prince the entire time. So I just want to say, chat, please say thank you to the creators for being here, because we are giving you more than what we had before, and we're just stoked to chat with you guys.
See, I felt the exact reciprocal feeling of gratitude for that kind of energy from the fans of Dragon Prince that they want it. It's such a privilege to be able to make something that people love like that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's surreal. My first question, actually, you probably get this a lot, but what can we expect from season 4?
Oh boy.
That's it. Just boy.
Devin, you wanna tell
Can you
them?
just? Oh my! Why would you do this to me?
We had
what can you expect
to.
from season 4. I think like one thing that's really stricken me about season 4 is that it's sort of like it's a really great. Reset's the wrong word, but it's definitely like a new entry into the world, and it's a really good spot in the overall story to sort of like meet the characters again and sort of like take a deep breath and get ready to dive into what is and Aaron and Justin can back me up on this, like another perhaps more exciting saga than we had the first run. I keep thinking about like, oh, I'm so happy that people can see the season 4 now, but I'm also like, okay, can we get to 5 now? Can we release them all right now, Aaron? Can we do that? Is that legal? No, we can't. We're
We're
not done.
talking
But
to
soon.
Netflix.
We're on the phone right now.
Put in a call.
That's amazing.
Telephone.
All good. All good.
Well, we got to get through season 4 first, but I'm sure the fandom
know.
is so excited just to get. Once we get through season 4, I promise you, we're gonna be wanting to have season 5 the next day. Okay, so hopefully we have that prepared.
For sure. For sure.
Let's go. We'll finish it. We'll finish it this weekend. We'll get them.
I think
get 'em ready.
we can promise that right here. We can guarantee to all of Netflix's subscribers worldwide that
Yes, the
tomorrow, right here at Netflix, I think we can make that promise.
I gotta say, man, it's been amazing to see everyone's reaction to it. Seeing people just so passionate about this project. In the chat alone, it's just rabid about this, and it's beautiful to see everyone want to show support. But I have to ask you guys, even just watching this recap, personal favorite characters. Who do you attach to the most? Who do you resonate with the most?
I generally say bait, but I'm not going to say that.
We resonate with bait.
I love
Wait, we
Bait.
have
He's
something to
awesome.
show you.
Oh, I know. It's awesome. So fun. There's one sitting on my desk at back at work, which is awesome.
Oh, that's cute.
No, my favorite character, I think, I love Callum. He's awesome. He's super fun. He's really fun to write. Jack is an amazing actor, so that's my favorite. I'll throw it to you, Aaron, and then we'll throw it to Devon.
Oh man, see, this is wrong. I'm gonna go. I mean, it can be a different answer any day because we're really lucky to have an amazing cast. I'm feeling Rayla today. I'm feeling very Rayla, and like especially because you start, season 4. She's gone. She's away, and Callum's longing, or he's not longing for her because he's shut a part of himself off, and she's off doing some mysterious thing that I guess we're not going to talk about right now. But I'm feeling Rayla. I'm missing Rayla.
Right. So Devon, you're up.
My answer is always the same every single time. I'm gonna say Viren. I'm gonna say my horrible old man favorite character who's the best to write, and I think in season 4 I finally got to sort of like get the whole team to dig into his sort of underlying tragic sadness, and so I'm just like devouring people's reactions all day every day to, oh no, it's Viren's sort of like sad scrungly arc, and I'm like, yes, finally we're here. So Viren, my sad old man.
And you feel that way despite having to work with Jason Simpson.
Though just the worst person.
You feel like
Just
we're able to overcome some of his kind of weaknesses with the writing, but kind of bolster him up.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's a joke because he's a powerhouse. Yeah. He's a force. Yeah.
Jason will come into records and like he'll make us all laugh for 20 minutes and then we'll actually do his lines and we'll be like crying and super emotional within the 5 minutes that he takes to just like nail his lines, and we're like, okay, thanks Jason for like ruining my like that roller coaster of feelings. I'm done for the day now. I'm too tired to continue because you've wrecked my life. So shout out to Jason.
Wow.
Fantastic to work with.
Wow,
Really.
shout out to Jason. Yeah. I mean, honestly, we get a mixture of emotions when we watch Dragon Prince. So I feel like me and Chat and Cleo were all there with you, so we understand. But speaking of characters, so I was introduced to this cool little character named Terry, and I just want to protect him with all my heart. So this is a question for me personally. What can I and Chad expect from Terry, and what kind of influenced his design?
Okay, so that's a character question and a design question.
Yeah.
Yep.
You go.
You want me to go?
Yeah, you go.
What can you expect? I will say that in some ways, for those who know Avatar: The Last Airbender, Terry is a little bit of an Iroh here to me. So he's in the bad guy crew.
Oh, okay.
But he's a supporter. I mean, the quote-unquote bad guy crew. But he's, Claudia's boyfriend, and he's supporting her. And I think he kind of knows what's happening, but I think he's obviously sees something, good and valuable inside her. And I think I don't know, there's something about their journey that reminded me of the journey that Zuko and Uncle Iroh took together, which is to say, that there's this really special, unique heart in Terry, and it tells you something about Claudia and what he sees in Claudia. So I don't know, that's a journey that we're going to enjoy watching together, I think.
Also, he's a lovable goofball.
Yeah, I think we all felt that.
Yeah.
Does he need protecting though? I'd love to raise the question of like, I don't know. He might
actually let us know. Does he need protection? Does he need protection?
Pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, there it is.
Okay, never mind. No protecting Terry. Terry got his own.
That's right. Later in the season, it's a little bit of a spoiler. We're going to see some Terry Earthblood powers that are impressive.
Nice. Okay, that's sick.
Yeah.
And were there any like images that you saw that kind of inspired Terry itself, or was it just kind of on a whim, or how did his look come about?
Right. Well, Terry is a trans male Earthblood elf, and so some of the development of the character, there was work with our incredible character artists, Hannah and Dorothy at Bardell, and they did a lot of really beautiful explorations of what Terry could look like at different stages of transition, and things that would kind of code and represent his transness, but also like the kind of amazing Earthblood elf character that he is. And so we really had a lot of amazing explorations. We had a chance, fortunately we were casting the amazing Ben Collins, and had a chance to get his input and work with him and make choices and decisions together about how we wanted Terry to look and feel. And I don't know, is there something you would add to that, Devon, too?
Are we allowed to say that Netflix helped us and got us, consulting with GLAAD and things like that? Like Netflix was actually remarkably, wonderfully supportive of everything we wanted to do with the character, and just like, gave us resources, gave us people to get into contact to, and just it was such a, I feel like a very positive, supportive development process for the character, and I'm like, ludicrously proud that the team all came together around it.
I love that. Thank you, Netflix.
Shout out to Netflix, man.
Thank you, Netflix.
Heck yeah. That's how it should be done, man. Yeah.
Now, I did want to show you guys this Dragon Prince filter that was actually on Instagram that I found. Can we roll it for you guys? I feel like y'all might be impressed. Yeah. Okay. Yay. Yay.
Yes.
So I just found out there's a Dragon Prince filter, and it's actually pretty sick. Watch this. Okay.
You're getting
I was-
controlled by a Star Touch elf there.
Yeah.
I was
Watch out.
very excited. I was very
That's
happy.
awesome.
We do have one last question for you guys. And this is more of a general question, and so feel free to riff off. So Dragon Prince has touched so many people, and I've seen that from the fans, Twitter, just different artwork that people have made, different fan fictions. And I wanted to know, through the process of creating Dragon Prince with all of you, what have you learned about yourself in that process, whether it be from a character or just the process or the story arc in general?
Let's see. I mean, I think writing these characters always is a reflection of some piece of you, or you know, the combination of the writing team in some amalgam. So I feel like I definitely feel like I see more gray in people having written Viren for a long time. Like, I definitely think I was a lot more black and white person, I think, before I started working on this show. And I think I'm definitely more like, well, maybe there's a point of view there for more people. So
Yeah.
that's a little something I've picked up. I don't know. What do you think?
Maybe Devon.
Devon, yeah, you want to go?
Man, this is a heavy question. What's up?
Yeah.
I created it all on my own.
Well done. Let's see. I mean, it's sort of the same answer, but I think like we have a lot of really interesting conversations about empathy and sort of like seeing outside of yourself and trying to like forgive is kind of the wrong word, but just understand the humanity and flawed nature of everybody that exists at all in the world. And I think like reflecting so much on that and trying to write a story and a set of characters that are honest to that truth of what it's like to be a real human has just sort of like made me more sensitive to that. And I think I'm maybe nicer to people and more like forgiving of people's flaws and mistakes, my own included, as a result of working on this dang old silly cartoon show about dragons in it. So that's, I hope. I don't know.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes animation allows us to see more about ourselves, sometimes more than live action. And I'm not even sure why that's the case, but seeing it in such an abstract way really allows us to connect with the characters in a way I just, through like being a little kid to an adult, which is why I do appreciate the show, because I feel like it's not just for, you know, children, it's for adults. I said it last time, it's for someone that's like 12 but 25 and also 82. Like, you can be in all different facets of your life and find someone that you really can connect with, or something that really speaks to you in a different way. But before we let you go, Cleo, did you have any questions for our lovely creators?
No, that you guys are amazing. You guys have created such an amazing story. These characters, they're connecting with people all over the world. So it's just amazing to see the reaction to it. And Kiera, as soon as we walked in today, she was like,
Dragon Prince.
Dragon Prince. And I see it in the chat, and I just got to applaud you guys for creating such an amazing, amazing story. And I can't wait to see where our characters go from here.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, me neither. I wonder what's going to happen.
Is there anything you would like to say to our chat before we watch episode 2 of season 4? Anything?
Thank you so much. We do this for the fans, and we have such an amazing fandom. So thank you. I know many of you have already seen it multiple times today, so thank you for showing up to see it again. For those of you who haven't seen it, I can't wait for you to check it out. It's super exciting.
And as always, you know, I think just that we're lucky to be 3, you know, creative leaders on the project who are talking to you, but there's so many voices and artists who brought their vision and their passion to this, which you already know, but we're lucky to work with this wonderful team and bring it to you together.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. Well, we are going to see you after episode 2 of season 4 in chat. If you have any questions for our creators, they might come back and you might get to ask some.
That's
okay,
right.
So have your questions ready, chat. I'm looking at you, and now I'm looking at you. But here's episode 2 of season 4.
I've fallen in love with the character designs.
Yes.
I have fallen in love with how their clothes look, representing different areas, different people. I love the character designs. Seeing people's excitement about seeing Rayla in the chat is wild to me.
I actually had a question, and I feel like I have the answer now, though, but I still want to ask.
Okay, go for it.
I was going to ask, with this episode, what were you most excited for people to see? But maybe it's different than the ending, so I will I'll give you the mic.
I was most excited for people to see sad, scrungly Viren just like tripping over himself on a mountain, having a bad time.
I love that.
I'm like this. But also Rayla.
I was gonna say I love that shot of Stella where she puts her arms out around the star symbol. I just think that's really funny, the cuddle monkey, and also Rayla.
I really I love the speech that Viren gives when he's watching the sun set and reflecting on his life and choices and trying to put it all together with Claudia there. And I'm always excited for people to see that, and how does that change their perception of Viren and where his arc might be going.
Yeah, I think we saw a lot of ourselves in Viren in this episode.
Right.
From the anxiety to the self-doubt to just like reconnecting with people you love, and just like that whole like back and forth inner like monologue that you're probably going in your head. So I definitely felt that. That he definitely looked like me a couple times when my friends asked me to go hiking. It's not always a pretty sight.
You're not alone. You're not alone. I just gotta give a huge shout out to the animators, because seeing Viren getting ready to pass out, and it has that POV in the background is just as shaky. Like, we've seen that done in live action film for sure. We've seen it done on television, sure, but I've never seen it done in animation, and it looked freaking great. So well done. Well done.
Thank you. What are like some of the key takeaways that you want people to leave with just seeing, well, these first 2 episodes comparatively what we're going to see for the full season?
I'm trying to think.
Good job stumping, because they're like, how can we give just enough away but not enough? Yeah.
I think it's important. There's an important thing in this episode, which is Claudia sort of taking the reins of leadership for Team Viren. I don't know what to call the groups. In the writers' room, they're like pink note cards. And they're like Team Pink Note Card.
Well, we can do Team Pink Note Card.
I like that.
Team Pink Note Card is so I think there's a meaningful moment where she sort of just keeps expecting Viren to lead, and this is the start of him simply not really being ready for that yet. And I think that's something that continues to play out for the rest of the season in interesting ways, I hope.
Yes.
I think Callum, not just the Rayla stuff, but also, seeing him with the mirror and sort of starting to see him gestures in similar ways to how Viren did when he was near the mirror, and becoming, more and more interested with that. I think that's interesting stuff that people should pay attention to. What else? What you got?
I mean, another key takeaway is that the Sky Mage Ibis is just a lovable guy with a sense of humor, just an iconic, legendary character who we want to spend more time with. Many, many great episodes with the great Ibis. He's just an enjoyable character.
Great, yeah.
That's all. That's one of the takeaways from this episode.
Amazing. Are there any? I feel like I have Devon's answer, but I still want to ask you: are there any characters specifically in this episode and how they go about their journeys that you personally identify with the most, just by this episode, though?
Yeah, my answer is that I'm constantly climbing mountains and having
I was gonna say
talks about it. Yeah, it's my life every day is a mountain that I almost fall off of.
That's a good question. I think Callum, I guess, in this episode, because he's like, he needs all these answers to come to him, and he doesn't have what he needs. He's trying to put it together and get it all in shape, figure out what the hell is going on, and do the right thing. So I think, I don't know, that I relate to that pretty heavily.
Definitely been there before.
Yeah, we've all experienced that for sure.
Yeah.
I a little bit identify with Ibis, the Sky Mage, who we may have seen earlier in this episode. Like, I have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old, and coaxing them to eat and whatever, and like maybe get them to eat before mom comes in and finds out they didn't eat the food when they were with dad, But I don't know. I'm just being cheeky a little bit. I'm sorry.
No, as you should be. It makes for great content. Now, opposite of that, who do you wish you could identify with? Because mine is Terry. But
shout out to
who
Terry.
do you wish you could strive to be like in this episode?
I like how smart Kareem is. I think, personality-wise aside, I think he's this guy who really studies history and lore and stuff, and he knows a lot about where his people have come from and the history of where things have happened, and he has a very strong point of view. So I wish I had more time to do that kind of stuff rather than
gotcha.
working on this show all the time.
Devon, do you have one here? Who do you aspire to be in this episode?
Ezrin, because he's having a good time in this episode before anything terrible happens to him. I aspire to have a good time. He's just, yeah.
Books are great.
They are.
I'm devolving into joke answers, and I don't know why. I'm very sorry.
It's all good.
I mean,
all
you're
good.
good.
Let's all face it. Crowmaster's sense of wonder, childish wonder, and the way he expresses that just utter kind of uncontrollable joy, let's call it, when he sees this wondrous bird, is something
we can all aspire to.
Yeah, that part got me.
That was a beautiful bird.
Get me.
Yeah. That was a very beautiful bird.
It was.
But Terry is a great answer. He's so positive, and one of the other things is when Viren falls, he takes a moment to make sure he's okay, and also as he's coming out of it to really reassure him and say, hey, this happens to everybody. It's a little panic attack. It used to happen to me all the time. There's no shame in it. There's something so good about the way he reaches out and shows support for someone who, normally has sort of more power and status in the relationship, but has fallen low, and Terry has kind of reached out to kind of give strength and support and empathy to someone. It's so beautiful. It's amazing.
Yeah, sometimes you do need that reassurance,
Agreed.
And I would love to open this for a moment to chat, to ask any questions they have about the series or want to ask the creators. So I'll take a moment. Chat, do you have anything that you would like to ask?
There's definitely something they want to ask. I'm pretty sure there was a question earlier that kind of popped up on screen. I think it was for the character Stella.
Stella?
Was it that what I saw earlier? I might have read something about that.
Anything you can say about Stella?
Sure. Stella's a cuddle monkey. Cuddle monkeys are born without a primal type, unlike most creatures in Zadia, and then they sort of age into I don't know how you would call it. They sort of
mature.
They mature into a becoming a specific primal affix. And Stella's becoming a star, and then she's also named after my dog. And so we have a little dog named Stella who is very much our little cuddle monkey. So,
Aw,
There it
okay.
is
She
for the
also
fun
like a
facts.
what's the word? A thief? Like
oh
I
yeah,
don't see a
she's
ton
like
of it in this season
my
yet,
dog.
but Bait in an episode will notice Stella has some thievery in her blood, and
Someone
I wasn't
actually asked.
sure how much I liked Stella until I noticed that the animators keep like animating her stealing things in the back, and you'll see more of this in future seasons, but like every time there's episodes that I've watched like 6 times, and then I'll notice Stella in the background of a shot just like putting something in a portal, and I just like lose it every single time.
Someone
So
actually
funny.
asked, is Stella a red flag? So I guess the thievery might be? Like,
Yes, she's a thief. Yes,
the thievery, that might be a red
No.
flag?
She's just a little criminal. She's doing fine. She's allowed. She can do a crime.
Okay,
It's like
Miriam
when you watch
asked.
House on Haunted Hill and you just see all the ghosts in the background. That's Stella. Just look for Stella stealing stuff.
Okay, got you. Well, we got a question from Miriam. Will Terry change Claudia? I seen her change with him, or I think they're iterating that they feel like they're seeing some changes within Claudia because of Terry. Can you speak on that a little bit? Is that true? Do you feel that?
Well, I mean, they're going to change each other, but I think that's a less satisfying answer than you're probably hoping for. You're wondering, will he like convert her to a different side or something like that? I don't know. We'll have to watch and see. But they do affect each other. They do influence each other. They do change each other.
Okay. Were there any questions you see that are a little interesting that we can ask the creators in chat?
Ooh.
There's so many, so we're trying to pick some for you right now.
Yeah, they are spamming it at the moment, trying to catch one as it's going too fast. They're saying more Raylan. Can we get more Raylan moments?
Will we see some more
More
Raylan?
Raylan.
Devon, what would you say?
Well,
I don't know why I'm throwing that to you.
Put her on the
stop doing
spot.
this to me. I think you will see in season 4 that it's very difficult, especially after 2 years, especially when you're that young. I think like they're still pretty young people. I mean they've changed a lot in 2 years, and they're sort of meeting each other all over again. But I think you will see, you know, shades of Raylan in season 4, and going forward, that will continue to be an aspect of how they sort of like try to re-engage each other. I don't know. Is that fair? It's such a like. Will you see more Raylan? The answer is like yes or no, and so I just have to go like.
They're
Yeah.
gonna navigate
Sort
the
of like-
water exactly how you just said.
Yeah,
They gotta
exactly.
navigate
Exactly.
that. They gotta
exactly.
There you go.
They're climbing up
They
the
care
hill.
about each other
as-
very, very much. You will get a lot of interaction out of them over the course of the next 4 seasons.
Someone said, "Is there a backstory to Viren scrubbing that laundry in the in the credits sketch?"
That was Crowmaster. And the backstory is he pooped his pants because he saw a cool bird.
Ah. Love the fact that that's in there. Love the fact that they play that one forward. I love that. Yes. You took a whole moment for that, by the
I'm
way.
sorry.
As soon as he said that he had to change his pants, you took
I
a
paused the
whole moment.
screen.
You did. You did. Yes, man.
I'm sorry. It was too good.
I respect it. I fully get it. For sure.
That's
For sure.
that's one for the internet.
For sure. For sure.
Many of these are
For the internet. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Let's see if there's maybe 2 more questions we could ask from chat. Do you see anything you
I'm
like?
looking through as they're spamming through trying to ask all these questions. Let's see. Oh, that's a really good one.
This one right here?
Yeah, what was going through Rayla's head when she just said,
Hey.
"Hey"?
That would be such a good question for Paula Burrows,
Yeah.
who gave us so many wonderful takes of the line "Hey," and they were all so layered
Yeah.
and rich, despite just being the word "Hey."
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, no, I mean, I think there's love and pain and joy and anxiety and so many things. I mean, we could listen to that "Hey" 50 times and hear it a different way each time.
For sure.
Yeah.
For
I hear
sure.
We're
that. It's
releasing a
bunch of mixed
soundtrack,
emotions.
by the way, of
Just
just
called
that
Hey.
"Hey."
Oh, someone asked. Someone asked when are you gonna release a soundtrack, and then wait, what did you just say?
Oh no, that's
No.
we have our joke soundtracks.
Okay.
I was like, oh, we might have got the
We
answer.
don't have a time to
We don't
announce.
have a time
There'll
yet.
always be a soundtrack.
Yeah, we're working on it right
The
now.
brilliant
Okay.
Freddie Weidman,
Yeah.
our composer.
I was on an email chain last night about it, so we are working on it.
That's it. I
Okay.
love that.
I think the last question we might ask is, will we see any of the flashbacks of what happened within those 2 years?
Let's not answer that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, can you answer this? Was the 2-year time gap as hard for you as the fans? Was that a tough moment for you to figure out all that stuff that was going on? You can also say no comment too if that's hard.
Yeah, it's hard. So we've had a lot of work to do, and we've been hard at work. I mean, developing not only season 4 but season 5, 6, and 7 concurrently. So there's a lot we've been building together. But in terms of like being separated from the fandom and the Dragon Prince community, and feeling their desire to be back with these characters in this world, and knowing what a weight it was, is really hard. I mean, we wish we had a situation where we were able to have not had that kind of gap, and that we could have done it. But I will say there should be a better cadence moving forward with the new seasons, particularly since you guys got Netflix to agree to release season 5 tomorrow.
Yeah! Thank you, Netflix!
Y'all about to get Kiara in
about to
so
get
much
me.
trouble.
Hey, chat.
Everyone's gonna be
my-
real mad at us.
Chat.
Chat gonna be at
Chat,
Kiara
we're kidding. Chat, we're kidding.
every single
Chat,
episode.
don't blame me, chat. We're kidding. We
I
like
thought when
jokes
you asked
here.
that question, I actually thought you
Hilarious.
meant like, were the last 2 years hard? I'm like, yeah. COVID was terrible.
Yeah.
I just totally misread the question. So
I
I'm glad
meant
you-
in the series. But I mean, that's a valid question too. That's a valid answer as well.
sure.
So understandable.
Yeah.
Understandable.
No, I'm glad he jumped in, because I would have had the totally wrong answer. So.
No worries at all. Well, I just want to say again, thank you so much for being here. Chat, can we please get like thank yous in the chat? Because I know we've been waiting and we were hungry and we finally got the meal that we deserve today. So we appreciate you so, so much. Everything you've done has been incredible. We hope you continue to do incredible things and spreading the word and people sharing their fan fictions and fan arts and just like showcasing this great animation and this great story, because it's honestly touched so many people, and I know you know that, but this is your reminder that it's touched so many people, and I'm so glad that you were here today.
Thank you guys for coming
Thank
through,
you so
man.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Great
for having us.
conversation with you both.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. I'm glad we stumped you a little bit. Well, take care, you guys.